The Rave Scene 2. Chapter 1. Young people love the rave. A rave article 1. Some people think the rave scene started in the United Kingdom because of the late 80s punk scene, but rave started with the hippies, apexed with Woodstock, which was the time that Charles Manson and his crew got caught for killing random people, so the media branded Manson as a hippie, which he said he wasn't because he was middle-aged by then. He was a jazz and folk aficionado. If you go back in time, Wilhelm Reich was trying to start a hippie commune in the 1930s. Then the beatnik crowd started after World War II, which was made up of restless young people traveling round looking for adventure, like Jack Kerouac in the novel On the Road. In the 1950s, beatniks were hanging around coffee houses in Greenwich Village in New York City, where people read poetry and sang folk songs. The hippies were trying for a cool place where people felt a sense of community. Nowadays, besides church, one of the only places the communal spirit lives is at a rave. Young people don't want to go to church. They will always seek a place to go to be with other young people in the spirit of fun, away from ego and capitalism. Plus they want to get away from their parents and their capitalist upbringing, at least for a little while. The modern world is ego and capitalism. Artificial intelligence is creeping in to invade our minds and spirits even more. Everything is about sales and ego. The rave is the last refuge in a dystopian world. The Fantasia Party at Castle Dunnington, July 1992 was an open-air, all-night event. By 1995, local councils were already passing bylaws and increasing fees in an effort to prevent or discourage rave organizers from acquiring necessary licenses. A rave article 2. The bad rap of raves is illegal recreational drug use. People in general are so brainwashed that they don't understand the idea of freedom for everybody, which means if I'm over here doing my own thing and not bothering you, don't interfere with me if I choose to use drugs and party. It's hopeless. You can't convince the brainwashed masses about the freedom to party. The propaganda is really bad. There was a recent article about some guy dying at Burning Man. People die all the time for all kinds of reasons. Burning Man is a capitalist venture anyway. The last time I checked, the price for admission was $550. In Thailand, at the nightclubs near the beach like at Koh Samui or Phuket, the cops generally don't bother people using drugs, but if they want to, they can arrest you and throw you in one of their awful jails. To their credit, most Western styles raves have volunteers who will test your drugs to see what's in them, and they have people walking around to see if somebody goes unconscious. They have Narcan on them to reverse an opium overdose. The biggest fake drug right now is fentanyl. They sentenced Aaron Shamo to life without parole for selling what he called OxyContin, but it was really fentanyl. They think he caused over 100 overdose deaths. They sell MDMA tablets, but they're really BZP, caffeine and methamphetamine. Amyl nitrate aka poppers is now illegal. I used to buy it for $8 a bottle, now they want $75. The worldwide societal vibe has changed from utopian fun to dystopian fear. You can find old video footage of people dancing at Woodstock. It looks kind of corny, but people as a community were trying to be free for the first time in human society. People want to be in a space with other people having easy breezy fun, dancing around without assholes walking around with big egos. The disco era had it. The rap/hip hop scene doesn't have it. There is all kinds of violence at rap events. The hippies wanted a communal peaceful thing, which didn't work because some guy is always going to try to sexually assault some girl. It didn't work because guys are always looking for sex. There aren't too many guys around that say I'm going out for a good time. I'm not looking for sex. Let's have some non-sexual fun without worrying about trying to get someone in bed. I've been around guys who tried to rape girls. They don't understand that a girl can wear seductive clothes, get high, and dance around without wanting to sleep with some one-dimensional scuzzy guy. The FBI and the DEA are at every big rave in undercover form looking for the dealers. If you're driving to a high-profile rave, be wary that cops will be on the road watching for rave-goers to stop them and look for drugs. Law enforcement says we don't want to subject our citizenry on the poison of drugs, to possibly overdose or become addicts. The other side says leave me alone. What's it to you if I get high? If I get high and die, it's on me. I'm responsible for myself. You're not my father, my God, or my moral authority. A Rave Article 3. A big appeal of the rave is the sense of community, everybody welcome for a good time. They're not supposed to be about ego or violence. Raving is a freestyle dance. Everybody can do the funk on the dance floor. The internet has helped a lot with helping to create the rave culture. The rave scene goes hand in hand with rave fashion. At early rave parties like the Club Kids in NYC, it was a big deal to dress up in a unique way and hit the clubs. Raves are the modern-day version of young hippies seeking freedom away from the system. Politically speaking, they are pro-anarchy/anti-establishment, but the rave scene has been commercialized to make money. The big nightclubs in the Latin countries and the big music festivals in America are about making money. Burning Man is advertised a year in advance. Raves used to be secret affairs. Somebody put the word out a day in advance and cool people showed up, no licenses, no government, cash only to buy drinks, drugs, etc. After-hours clubs create a similar type of vibe. If you watch the movie The Great Gatsby with Leonardo DiCaprio, they went overboard trying to create the vibe of an after-hours club at his house. Everybody's there, cool with each other. In the movie, you had the big shot politicians in the back room, gambling while a melting pot of people were in front, from the black musicians to the dapper upper-class young white men, looking for chicks, which is what it ultimately comes down to for the people not looking to get high. Rave is a fantasy world. If you watch a Studio 54 documentary, there were people of all ages there, getting high, dancing. There was some sex in the bathrooms and private rooms. Some people attempt to shroud their raves in natural spirituality, like the Numic ghost dancers' rituals, which they thought led to a positive release of natural energy. The Wiccans create free-flowing dances that could be called raves. A Rave Article 4. Common fashion styles called club wear are: bell-bottoms, fluffy boots, jackets, scarves, neoprene jackets, fat pants, studded belts, platform shoes, tight-fitting shirts, vests. Colored hair, tattoos and piercings are also part of the scene. They usually charge an admission fee and put a wristband on you to indicate that you paid. Some raves have a dress code. Candy jewelry fluoresces under ultraviolet light. PLUR means peace, love, unity, respect. Light shows and glow sticks and laser shows are part of the rave scene. Gloving is using your fingers and hands to move with the beat of the music with lights on the gloves. Glove artists are dancers who use gloves to create cool dances. Lights are definitely part of a rave show. If there is something advanced in entertainment lighting, the raves have got it. They have lasers, colors, and modes. Modes include solid, stribbon, strobe, DOPS, hyperflash and other variations. I've seen a big fog machine at an Ibiza nightclub. They started it up, then you couldn't see 10 feet in front of you for about 10 minutes. Some club drugs. Club drugs include MDMA aka ecstasy, or Molly. 2CB aka Nexus. Amphetamine aka speed. GHB aka fantasy or liquid E. Cocaine aka coke. DMT and LSD aka Lucy or acid. Poppers aka alkyl nitrites and amyl nitrite. Synthetic phenethylamines aka 2CI, 2CB, and DOB. Other club drugs are 2CX, the NBO-MES and 25I NBO-ME.